Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just check my sound. Okay, so I want to make sure I had sound. Sometimes I record a video and it's completely muted. So I want to go over Bitcoin. As you can see, it's still remaining afloat. It's not doing gangbusters, but it is not exactly at a buy level yet. Once it hits, 50 and below, that's how you know there's a recession beginning or just something fearful is happening. And so you will have a reaction. That reaction will result in a drop to 50K or below. This is Canadian currency. So I'm expecting 50 below, maybe 30, 35, 40. But we will see how the economy and Bitcoin reacts to the results of the November 5th American election. Nintendo, I want to go over this because this has been pretty mysterious to me as to why it hasn't dropped. Every console cycle since the GameCube in 2001, I believe, it usually drops off when there's when it gets stagnant and there's really no big releases for the Nintendo console. So it went down to like $4 all the way down to $2. When the Wii came out, it went up to $15 a share, and then it dropped because it fizzled out. It didn't maintain its momentum. It couldn't sustain the hype and excitement for too long, and it went down to $3, actually below 3. But with the Switch, which was launched in 2017, it has maintained, and actually this has been the best thing that happened to Nintendo in its history, in all honesty. The Nintendo Switch has been stronger than even the Nintendo DS, which was a very popular and successful portable handheld. So I'm rather surprised at this. I'm not sure how much of their movie business is affecting their stock price, but they are due to release a new console, the Switch 2, or the successor to the Switch, in the next year, most likely in 2025. So we'll see how the stock reacts. I think it'll just go higher, but I am shocked that there's no drop off, especially this deep into the console's life cycle. It's already roughly 7 years into the console life cycle. So now we'll look at HOLO, mandatory HOLO checkup. So they're down just 3%. I want to go over Monday because I did do a screenshot for Monday. Just wanted to keep abreast of everything. So on Monday, the volume was 37 million and the range was 28 cents to 32. So we're about the same level as we were on Monday, and the volume was below, actually, no, yeah, it was below average today for HOLO. So I think that's it for the stock action. We're going to look at the subreddit now. Okay, so before we get to the subreddit posts, I'm going to just read some things from their regarding the reverse split. So this is talking about how do I learn the results of the voting at the meeting. Okay. So what's important to understand regarding the meeting, the time of the meeting, and the day of the meeting? The day will be okay. I don't have the exact date right now. All I know is it's the day before. It's going to be 9 p.m. for those in New York, Toronto, Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you convert the Beijing time to your time zone. So for me, that'll be 9 p.m. on Thursday. I believe that will be Thursday, September 26th for a lot of us that are in the North American continent anyway. So that's very important. But some people are saying you can actually vote right now. And there's a interesting post or comment on HOLO Short Squeeze talking about the float that is required. It says vote is on September 27th. NASDAQ requires typically 10-day advance notice before your reverse split. I don't see a reverse split before October the 10th to be executed, which is still 4 weeks from today. Interesting considering their meeting was January 26th. They executed the reverse split the very next Friday on February the 2nd. This time the meeting is on September 27th. Based on this info, I'd expect it, okay, at a certain date. I guess it would be more immediate. Okay, so now I'll go to the posts. Are you getting this message when you submit a buy order? This will get approved at the same time as the reverse split. To consider and vote upon a special resolution to create a dual class structure. Okay. 2 types of shares. So some people will have, you'll have more voting power or less. There are several negatives potentially. Okay, I'm not going to read all that. That's a dual class structure can provide stability, but there's significant risks. I think it's a very bad idea. It's like a caste system, in all honesty. Has one leg. Okay, I'm not sure what this is. Let me just pause and watch this. Okay, so this post is saying you can vote now. 2024 annual meeting. This annual meeting for MicroCloud Hologram has 5 proposals up for approval. Additional resources to help you make an informed vote are available on the next page along with the ballot. Votes will be submitted at the meeting on September the 27th, 2024. Actually, that's wrong. It's going to be the 26th for a lot of us on the Western Hemisphere. So that will be, for most of us, the evening of the 26th. So make sure you're on time. Again, for New York, Toronto, Eastern Standard Time, that'll be 9 p.m. on September the 26th. That is a Thursday. So make sure you get that right, or else you'll miss the vote and you will not have your voice heard. Your vote helps determine how the company will be run for the following year. Vote your shares now. So the problem is, if you miss that vote and there's not enough votes, they will either reschedule for another time and say, okay, this was not, we didn't have enough votes, so we're not going to go ahead with any of these things, reverse split everything. Or it might go the other way and there's enough votes, but they might vote against it. I mean, worst case scenario, they vote, whoever votes against the reverse split, and it turns out really bad. So what you'll vote on, most public companies hold meetings once a year, blah, blah, blah. So submit by September the 24th. That's interesting. So I don't know if this is true, but take it with a grain of salt until we receive our actual votes. I haven't received a notification yet. So stay tuned for that. Okay, why is this so small? I can barely see anything here. Oh, that's why. Okay. Reverse split. I'll never forget seeing how many people were pro reverse split just to see it bleed. Okay, what are they talking about? I'll never forget how so many thought they'd get news. Okay, so this person is trolling. Either a short or, someone trying to get people to sell. Spreading FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. So yeah, I'm just going to ignore that. I mean, they could say whatever they want before the reverse split, but when it happens, it's going to change everything. Okay, so I want to read one more thing. Okay, so potentially I may not have recorded what I just spoke about. So let me just try to recap, just in case it didn't go through. So once again, I just said, if you're going to remember anything from this video, if there's two things you have to know, it's number one, make sure you don't miss the day of voting. And the meeting will take place again in Beijing time, Friday, September 27th at 9 a.m. But for a lot of us in America and Canada, wherever you are, if you're in the Western Hemisphere, not in Asia, that would be 9 p.m. on Thursday, November, or I should say September 26th, not Friday, Thursday. Might take place actually earlier if that post was correct that you can vote now. I haven't received any notifications or anything by mail or email, so we'll see about that. So if it doesn't arrive before the 26th, we're going to have to just wait for that meeting to take place and vote then. So don't miss that. Don't miss out on. Do not miss out on that. That's more important than anything else if you're a HOLO shareholder, because you might miss out, and then there may not be enough votes, and who knows what happens. Maybe worst case scenario, there's not enough votes, or there's not enough people saying yes to option one, which is reverse split. Let's go. And now we also have potential dates for if that vote goes through, how early we can expect the reverse split to take effect. Again, as early as Monday, September the 30th, or as late as Friday, October the 11th. So that's all for this video. Again, just want to make sure those points went through. So just going to bid you all, may God bless you, and may God bless your investments.